reason for the video is to see how many of us are really letting go of things that we may have been connected with for years and years. I don't want it anymore. And it's like God giving us the assistance to let things go. To either bring it under control or get rid of it, period. And God is helping us. We have the power of God. If we want to cooperate with the Spirit, we have that assistance. We have that power. We have whatever we need to do, whatever it takes of learning and going on with life on a pleasurable, peaceful, abundant life, not just living. I don't care about living anymore. I want life, happy, joyful. And this time around, even with that part of my life, if things have been set that I won't continue in this level, in this lane anymore. God is giving us the power to switch lanes, to amp it up. Are we ready? Because most of us are at the point, enough is enough. I'm fed up. I don't want that part of life anymore. I'm ready to have a mature, compassionate, mutuality. That's the word I'm trying to say. Where everybody's committed to the mission, to the wherever you're committed. I don't want deception. I don't want another rug pull out from under. You think it's something one way and it turns out another way. You feeling this way and they're not feeling that way, or they this, you're not. I want balance. We deserve it. I want mutual, mature commitments in no matter what I'm involved in. I don't want nobody confused. I don't want them confused. I don't want me to be confused. No, God is not the author of confusion. We deserve to have everybody on the same page. It's time for God to show up in situations. Not God, we're everything is a lesson. We're tired now. God giving us rest. We're entering into rest. But are we ready? Or are you going to, or did we choose to continue in a unfulfilled life, hit and miss, happy one day, fussing, fighting one day, somebody lying, doing something you don't know anything about. That's not a builder, it's a breaker. You thinking everybody's doing it the way you would, on a righteous page, righteous thoughts, righteous intentions. No, everybody is not. So I'm praying that God give me the wisdom to be discerning enough to have learned who to put in what place, or who not, or what not, or is it time for it to be expelled or moderated? We've done it over and over enough to make final decisions about who, what, when, where, how. And the only reason we can pass, because we got assistance. Woo! We got assistance. God don't beat around the bush. Everybody know what is and what ain't should be in their lives. And if we're not brave enough, or if we're not, I don't know, if you're going to turn away the assistance that's available, because everybody has that assistance if they choose to. Because the Spirit of God is in us all. I don't care where we are in life. We will never stop learning. But at this stage, God is asking, are we ready? Because by now, we done been through it over and over and over, and we're learned, or did we learn? Because by now, we're not people pleasers anymore, or are we? Been there, done that. Will I do it again? No. It doesn't matter who. It could be family, friends, lovers. Will I choose being a people pleaser over pleasing myself? No. I learned that lesson. But how many years did it take me to go through it over and over and over and over and over and over and over? Not saying it will be perfect from this day forward, but will I really sit back and check what I've learned up to this day? Woo! What? Anything that's coming before pleasing you, which is God, and God should be that head of, not because you could please you, but did that pleasing you even please God? So we got to learn the discernment. We got to, that's where mind and heart and spirit, all of that come in alignment, because you could do one thing with the mind, you could do another thing with your body, but is any of these things pleasing that spirit? That's where the lessons come. Because if either of those don't please the spirit, because you can live a life of just pleasing you, just pleasing ourselves. But have we learned the lesson, the what God trained us to learn? Pleasing you won't make it right if it don't please God. That's just another lesson and been there, done that. We all are. We all have. But are we ready for the assistance of God to help us? It's like God say, man, y'all taking too long to pass tests. You know, you didn't make decisions to choose me. It looked like I got to come down and be here and do it myself. So it's like God say, y'all taking too long. Come on here. Man, God in the flesh. We God in the flesh. And he gonna show his power. And one of the first steps of showing his power is getting us in line. Getting us in moderation. Stop being so addicted to every darn thing we put our hands on. Can we learn to stop it when it starts? To nip it in the bud. To see it even before it come to us. Can we avoid all these detours and the Bible say a man falls 7 times, get back up? Can we live life without falling and falling and falling? God say, come on here. It's I'm done. Let's grow up. I got to come down here and wake up everybody in the spirit. You either going or you're not. God say, not, like I say, not that we're going to be perfect in everything, because God don't take away our humanity either. Yeah, God is in humanity. God going to allow us to be who we are. He created us to be who we are. So have we learned the lesson to not be ashamed of who we are? That's that's part of the class of people pleasing. I'm not going to change who I am to please who? To get what? Everything good and perfect come from God. So you may be a channel God give it to me through. I'll never live life like I owe you the world. There are people, we learned the lesson. People will make you feel like you got to keep thanking them, bowing down to them for the rest of your life for something they did one time. Man, and a lot of us did it until we got fed up and learned that lesson. This is the last time that's like when I quit working. I'm thinking I'm the best employee in the world because I'll dedicate myself to anything I choose to do. I'm going to try to do it as if I was doing it for God. But will people take advantage of that? You know they will. These are lessons that we've we've done it over and over and over again. By now we should be like, not no more. See ya. And that means now we're choosing to do things, make decisions that will make us more balanced, make us more emotionally mature, growing up. Not everything pissing us off. We haven't learned to control our anger. Haven't we learned that anger will probably kill you sooner or later? And that's another thing. To help us learn these lessons, these situations, if they kept repeating, they got worse and worse. So that's why you'll get to the point. If you haven't by now, you're about ready to, because God, like I said, that y'all taking too long, and God, like, come on here. Like he got to pull some of us by our ponytail or something, But it's all for our good. Whether you come screaming and hollering, if what God has planned for you is different from what you had planned for yourself, by now y'all in some crazy situations. Forgive me, I ain't laughing because I've been there, done that. We all will learn. These are different, just like first grade to 12th grade. Some go on to graduate and all up, PhDs, masters, all up, so it's different levels of this thing. It depends on what you want. But whatever reason God created us, ain't nothing in this world and didn't have a purpose. Man, animal, mineral, vegetable, I don't know. Everything has a purpose. And why not you? Us. So if what God purpose for creating us, we will get there. I don't know how. Hey, that's above my understanding, understanding. God hadn't put me in that class yet to learn about people and purposes, because I'm quite sure there's too many people on this earth that don't have a clue. Some don't have a clue. And by now, at this level of where God is, you ain't got to have a clue. It ain't about you having a clue. Now it's been getting ready to be about what God gonna do. And you will know what to do. You'll know. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Father. Whether we have a clue or not, God in situations, he either tearing them down, building them up, he's in it. If you on God's side, he's in every situation to make it the way he chose for it to do. And we're going to love it. We're going to love it. It may not feel good in the beginning. And going through what we're going through may not feel good. But when you're on the same page, God going to give you the assistance. You ain't going to have no pain for this game. No pain for this game. If a person on the outside looking, they'll think you in pain. But if God is assisting you, you on board. You like, whoop, whoop. You pulling the horn to this train. What? Let's go. You better look for the smoke and what? Woo! Come on, Father. Cloud by day. You better look for that smoke cloud up in that sky moving. And that fire burning, moving at night. So yes. Get on board. Get on board. It's so easy. But if your flesh looking at it from the outside, you're going to be going through pain if you ain't putting that flesh, that body in its place and let your spirit run this thing. And when your soul doesn't put down that flesh, watch what happens. That body will get in line so easy. My body don't have no rebellion towards putting away my Red Bulls. I don't want any more. I don't. It's just time. It don't fit in my life anymore. I'm not saying that I may buy one every blue moon. Oh yeah, I ain't putting myself under no type restriction. Your body, you a 3-part being. Excuse me. You are 3-part. We are 3-part beings. It's a lot of information up in this conversation. And as I told you, God is up in here. He's here. Ain't no up high in the sky. No. God is here. And he gonna be through you. He gonna be through you. But God got to clean up his house. God got to clean up his house. And your body is a temple. The home of God. Yeah. You think we got a body for no reason? Man, I told you. What? But God is a justice God. God is a justice God. We're going to love it. We're going to love it. And it's time for us to receive justice. Man, this world been kicking our behind. And not saying it won't still try to kick your behind. But that kicks they do ain't going to be like the kicks they did. Not going forward. Because we learned. We're learning. And we will learn. So, yes. Get on board. Just, I don't know. God is even assisting us to surrender. Y'all ain't gonna be fighting against God. No, he gonna put things so sweet in your presence, or he gonna make it so nasty to your taste. You gonna be on board. Get on board. I'm gonna end this conversation here. Them to have ears to hear, let them hear. And thank you, Father, for being in our midst, assisting us, giving us the power to get on board. Because you here, and you cleaning house. Thank you, and have a blessed day.